Today, from Oklahoma City, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Oklahoma City Bisons taking on Kyler Murray and the San Antonio Dreadnoughts.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Antonio Dreadnoughts and the Oklahoma City Bison. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This will make it into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson: 13 carries, 76 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes. The kill here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10. 3-yard line. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap? Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Mahomes firing complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. From the 4, it's second and a couple.
On the pickup, brings up second and 2 at the 4-yard line.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Taken down.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Makes the score Bisons 3, Dreadnoughts nothing.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
The ball carrier.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 79 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
The tackle made.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The tackle by Derwin James.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
First and 10, here's Murray. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Start on the ground with Robinson here. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. But that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with the tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Nothing after one on EA Sports.
Bisons 3, Dreadnoughts nothing.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Robinson. And a short gain down to about the 33.
James Robinson.
Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete.
Mahomes pass.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll run it now with Robinson. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They'll run here with Robinson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but he will take it in for a touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Aldrich throws this on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
Dreadnoughts, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 20.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up first and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And to give this time to the tailback. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Devin White on the tackle.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now they try the right side here. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Murray finds his tight end Ingram. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot. Maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Caught out left side by Robinson. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Mahomes now to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
On the coverage.
Now it's Mahomes again. He can run for it, and he will.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam! Puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run the draw here with Robinson.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They run. Robinson. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
1st and 10.
Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now here's Mahomes. And now he'll tuck it in, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Patrick Mahomes with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Tyler Lockett now with a return.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
They'll take over 1st down and 10. At their own 30-yard line.
Back out comes San Antonio. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Well, a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Throwing on first down is Murray. Being chased out left. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And he's got Lockett. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Buying time to his left, and they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Well, that was man coverage, so once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Murray finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
That's the end of
A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
first down and 10 at their own 22.
Back out comes San Antonio. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's brought down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
3rd down. And 8.
To throw on 3rd down, Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down.
at their own.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Mahomes. Stepping up, he'll try and run. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 6. Brings up.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And they got him in. It's Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll go as a 16-yard gain as they pick up the first. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
On first down, Mahomes finding Knox there, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. On the draw, Robinson. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Woods. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 11.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Tyler Lockett on the return. They'll take over 1st down and 10.
Back out comes San Antonio. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
A gain of 7.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now from Murray. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. And he's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And the second down throw on target. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
On first down, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
The line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12 at the 40-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second and 12, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're looking at third and a few inches. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Down by Matt Milano. A gain of 5 brings up second and...
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Brings up third down and 5.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he's going to get pass inside the 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run on first down. It's Robinson. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
27-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Mahomes to throw. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Throwing now is Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 6. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
On the play.
The lone receiver right is Cooper. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
4 yards.
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Rosas to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Lockett the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Back out comes San Antonio. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
On play action, it's Murray. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 26
A good pickup there, 26 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, Murray finds his tight end Ingram. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains.
San Antonio.
Operating from the gun, Murray. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Taken down at the 41.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. He'll put this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Our eyes and attention are on the fullback. Big-time carry, big yardage. But how about the guys up front, the offensive line? A lot of people think they may have to block it differently for the fullback to get big yardage. They really don't. Because he's big, strong, and powerful, a lot of times he makes his own way. They may not have to block as hard.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Oklahoma City, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for San Antonio, they'll fall to 1-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.